Welcome to Come Forever number 2. I'm your host, Echo Fan Grey Wolf, and we are going to talk about Pretendians on social media. Alright? So, if you are a Pretendian and you are here, you're not welcome, for one. And two, please go follow Dane Calloway and learn some more bullshit and some more lies and have fun, because eventually you will be outed and people will come for you. And I will be watching with a Joker smile on my face. Let's get it. So, check it out, man. I'm part native, I'm part black, I'm part white. That bio has never changed outside of my age. Alright? Because I am 52 as of 2 weeks ago on a Saturday on the 23rd of August. Now I need to get all up in your face, so you're going to have to deal with this ugliness for about 30 minutes. Whether you like it or not, you're going to be stuck dealing with this shit. So, let's break this down. I'm part native, I'm part black, I'm part white. I'm part white, I'm part black, I'm part native. No matter how you slice that, no matter how I type it, it's going to be a fucking fact. I grew up here in Charlottesville, Virginia. I am in Charlottesville, Virginia. Every video I've made for the last fucking few years has been here in Charlottesville, Virginia. So, let's talk. And y'all not gonna like this shit. I might have to do 2 parts, so let's get busy if we can. First, I don't know Dane Calloway. I could care 2 shits about that bastard. But I do know that he started to follow this rhetoric bullshit about black people being in America before 1492. So first we're going to nip that in the butt. Right now. Right here. Right now. I'm also really disappointed in the rapper Ice Cube. I will never forgive you. I don't give a fuck. But I will never forgive you. Because one, I've seen all your movies, and then not one of those movies have you ever represented an American Indian or a Native American. You've always been black. You've always been the black power icon for a lot of us black people when you left NWA. Which, by the way, NWA, and forgive me because I don't like using this word, but I'm going to use this word as a one-time shot only. I'm going to allow myself to say this. NWA does not mean native with attitude. It meant niggas with attitude. So, how all of a sudden Ice Cube become a fucking Native American? Excuse me, an American Indian. And him, Dan Calloway, the Godfrey comedian, and every other person that started this bullshit has more than likely never did anything to help or represent their Native American culture. If you all don't know, maybe you should. Ooh, that's bad. My government name is James Williams Jr. I've never lied about that since Kung Fu Havoc's been a thing. It wasn't until like 2022, 2023 where I started going by Echo Fan Grey Wolf because to honor my native heritage and because I can't get work as a black man in Hollywood, it would be best that I go with my native ancestry, which I had been resisting for the 30 years that I've been failing in this business. I have been doing anything except for representing myself as a Native American. I had been refusing to hear the ancestors. I just all out said, no, I'm a mixed person. I am part Native, no doubt. I am part black, no doubt. I am part white, no doubt. And I am 52 years old. And I've been failing for the last 30 years in this business since 1996. I have been in this acting business, and the only work you see of mine is on this page or my TikTok or my Instagram. That's pretty much it. And Instagram and Facebook are connected, so whatever's on Instagram goes to Facebook. So that's it, But I've never lied about it. I just would not do native shit. If you go back far enough on this goddamn page, you will find that I've done videos that says, this makes me ashamed to be black. This makes me ashamed to be native. This makes me ashamed to be white. Now, here's how this works. There's only one video that made me ashamed to be native, and I have had to apologize to Miss Rainbird because I didn't know that some of the trauma she had went through had caused all of that shit with her plowing through the streets of Los Angeles in a stolen mobile home, having 2 dogs jump out the window. Okay, I didn't know what she had gone through, and I prejudged her. That's a mistake that I haven't made since, but I own that shit. Um, Now everything with me being ashamed to be black started with the black people busting up shit for no apparent reason, and then the COVID thing happened with the black guy attacking the Asian woman, and then the other people attacking Asian people in general who happen to be black. And I've done videos about that shit all the way around. So there's nothing you can really use to come back at me in any way, shape, or form that I regret doing. Because literally the video says, this makes me ashamed to be black. This makes me ashamed to be white. This makes me ashamed to be a Native American. So you have nothing here that you can literally use against me. I own everything I've done. All right? And that includes the war paint, the bow and arrow, all that shit. So in case you want to go, hey, we got this video of you in war paint. And yeah, you do. It's on this jam page right here. We got this video of you with the war paint where your face is like shaped like it's got like a white something or another. Yeah, you do. It's on this page. I can't unpost it. And it was like way before COVID. In fact, it might have been way before TikTok was even a thing. But it's here. And I am part native. Alright? I have told y'all the tribe that I'm trying to reconnect with. But because I have a fucking stalker on TikTok, I have cut back on some of the things that I have loosely given to you. Like, willingly, loosely given to you. Just understand that the tribe's in Charles City. That's all you're going to get from me. The Charles City is where the tribe is, and it's where my great-grandmother is buried, and it is where I am going to be reconnecting versus trying to prove that I am a Cherokee, even though that bio right there literally says I am a Cherokee. Now, getting that out of the way, I know that I'm part Native. I know that I'm part black. I know that I'm part white. Every movie that I have written has me playing either a person who's part black and Native or black and Asian. All right? Barely did I write anything accentuating my white heritage. Barely, if barely. But most of my characters have always been black and Native or black and Asian. Everything I've ever written has been for me to play a character who is black and Asian or black and Native. That's it. None of my characters ever play black and white. And all my stories, everything that I write about me is for me to play that character as a male, to be half Asian or half black and half Asian and half Native. That's it. When you see Fallen Dragons on this shit, my character is triracial. He's half Native, he's half black, he's half Asian. He has an Asian ass brother. They fight on some fucking steps. That should let you know that my character is half Asian, half black, and half Native. Could have just been half Native and half fucking Asian. Can't remember exactly how I wrote it, but it doesn't matter. It's on this fucking page. It's Fallen Dragons. I play Miguel O'Hara. I also play Ben Reilly. It's my Spider-Man fan film. Miguel O'Hara I can do easily because he's part Mexican and part Irish. I look Mexican enough to pass. Otherwise, I couldn't keep getting racially fucking profiled by the police department here in Charlottesville, Virginia. Saturday that just passed, I went to a pride thing. Didn't know it was a pride thing until it was too late, but I had a good time. Band that I know, shout out to Butterfly Vendetta. They invited me, so I went, and it was free. Who turns away something free? And you should support your friends. You should always support your friends. So I'm also going to draw them a picture. Don't tell them. They don't follow me here. But I'm also going to draw them a picture. Don't tell them. Anyway, I'm working on that. I haven't started, but I am working on it. I'm just trying to figure out how do I draw a butterfly with vengeance in its soul. I'm going to figure that shit out like tonight or tomorrow. But anyway, the bottom line, shout out to Butterfly Vendetta. Back on topic. Ice Cube has never done a goddamn movie where he's a Native American. Not Ghost of Mars, not Deadly Ground, not Boys in the Hood, not any other Fridays, and not Triple X. And I've seen all of his movies and bought most of the movie soundtracks that he's in. And for those who have no context, just go Google Roland Martin interview with Ice Cube saying that he's an American Indian. Now, American Indians went after his ass too. Especially after he did that fucking concert for them and they beaded him a badass medallion that's looking just like him. They literally did this shit to him. And then he did this shit to them. So I have no love or respect for Ice Cube. I have nothing against his son. Nothing at all against his son. But as far as Ice Cube is, nah, fuck you, buddy. I have no fucking love for you. You just dishonored yourself on so many levels with that shit. I am a triracial person who can't get arrested in Hollywood. You already made it. And now you just came out of the blue. Now all of a sudden you're a fucking American Indian and black people were here before 1492. It's complete and utter bullshit. So we're going to dive into that while we're here. Are you guys ready for this? Okay. So I point this out on TikTok, so I'll point this out for you. And since I have more freedom on this app, I can do a lot more things. I have an affinity for axes and knives. This is a hatchet. It is very small. This is another hatchet. It is also very small. This has a very long handle. And yes, sometimes I train with them. There was no room in here for that. This is a knife. And sometimes I train with the knife. Don't take it out of the sheath though, because it's sharp enough to cut the fuck out you. So if you're gonna train carefully. This is a Gerber, also a knife. I have an affinity for knives. But to be honest, the other knife and this here hatchet came with this knife. So, can't get the bitch back in the holster. These goddamn buttons. Or I'm just pretty fucking stupid and don't know how to line shit up. We're gonna go with the fact that I'm just pretty fucking stupid and don't know how to line shit up. This, and this knife here all came in the same box from Walmart, $18.95. Walmart should give me a job for promoting this shit. I sleep with the family heirloom in arm's distance. This is my great-grandmother's hatchet. Doesn't have feathers on it. And yes, I sometimes train with it, but I am very careful because I'm scared I'm going to break it. Because it's rusted all the fuck to hell. Okay? Now I know what you're all thinking. What was the point of all that? Right? I am a Spider-Man fan. This is Miguel O'Hara. I cosplay as him. This is Ben Riley. I cosplay as him. And have a friend working on, do I have it here? Well, I had it, but I don't know where they are now. He's working on my web shooter gauntlet things. So, yeah. I have evidence of everything that I am presenting. 1 second. I am an X-Man fan who collects Marvel Legends at 52. But I started like a year or so ago. And I haven't opened up anything but my X-Men. So, Cyclops, Wolverine, Meryl. I have Gambit and Nightcrawler somewhere. But this is a build a figure, so I need 2 more. I need Husk. What is it? I need Husk and Fabian Cortez, and then I'll be able to have this metal guy at the back. Also, if you guys want me to open these things up on YouTube, let me know. I want to play with them so bad. I just haven't had the time, y'all. I'm also writing a book called Sundown about Native American stuff. You know, the things that Ice Cube and Dan Calloway have absolutely no idea of what the fuck they're talking about. Also, you can technically count Miguel O'Hara as a Native American because he's a Mexican and he's Irish. But the Native American would be the Mexican, but he also has a tribe that he comes from in Mexico, but I can't remember what the fuck it is. But that ought to solve the problem of having what? Evidence. Evidence. That's right. Evidence. Evidence. That's right. Evidence. Evidence. Say it one time. Evidence. Evidence. Say it twice. Evidence. Evidence. Y'all ain't got none. Evidence. Evidence. I'm on the run. Evidence. Evidence. I get a phone call. Evidence. Evidence. Tell it all. So, if you had proof that Native Americans were originally black people who were here before 1492, you wouldn't be on fucking social media. You wouldn't. Because you'd be at the Smithsonian, you'd be at the science lab, you'd be wherever the hell you need to be. With this long piece of poop from 1494 or from 1395, there was evidence that black people were here before the Native Americans made their migration. The problem is, all of these people that's supporting this is like full of bullshit. And most of them are black people. And again, it's bullshit. And they're all over TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, MySpace, KIK, KICK, Twitch. You're all over the place. Y'all probably in a live right now. Let's find out, shall we? Let's see if I can find a TikTok live with Pretendians. I can almost guarantee it. Damn, I closed out that thing that I needed, so that was a bad mistake. I hate technology. But we're going to find out. Okay, this is my boy. Welcome to A Flair for Toys, I think. Or is 80s Kid? Nope, this is 80s Kid. Shout out to 80s Kid. He's not who we're looking for. Okay. So we're going to go to a person that I follow. His name is Historic. That's what being black is. Alright? Now he's against Pretendians. Unique adaptation to survival, but that's what we're talking about. We're talking about race. Right? This very obscure concept called race. I'm gonna show you guys the updates from the census. It's super easy. And we got some guy named Dark Brother who's having this argument. Super easy to, in the comments talking about they're racially Asian, which Native Americans are not racially Asian. Let's see. Okay. That's your race. That's your race. Yeah. All right. This is another guy. He's going against FBA's. This is another guy, a young man. Will participate in the overthrowment of America. So we got all these things on. Ooh, Momo, she pretty. That's Momo. She pretty. Where'd they go? Alright. This is a native panel. How the fuck am I supposed to help you fight against something that you're fighting silently? Okay. They're not doing it today. So we have another young man that I follow who's, for some reason, the whole damn thing is silent. This is why I hate technology. But you can get on any of these TikTok panels and find these motherfuckers fighting against any and everything. Hey, yo, what up, son? Okay, this is my bro. All up in my ass? I'm about to have to watch that later. Anyway, the point being made is that the Pretendians are all over TikTok, and they are mostly black people. And here's the kicker. You know, a lot of these motherfuckers probably do have native ancestry. They just phenotypically look black. But instead of trying to do the shit the way I was going to do it, they just popped up and said that black people were here before 1492. They have no admixture. They're 100% Choctaw, Chickasaw, Cherokee, Seminole, and Muskogee Creek. Now you can go Google that. They're basically known as the 5 civilized tribes. Then they started doing some shit that I had to step in on because the tribe that I am connected to is closely related to the Powhatan tribe. They're not Powhatan, they're like an offset or a sibling tribe, or they are a part of the Powhatan Confederation thing. Again, I'm not going to tell you the name of the tribe because I don't know where my Pretendian stalker is. Just understand that Pocahontas was not black. Chief Wahasanakak was not black. And yes, I butchered his fucking name, and I will continue to butcher his goddamn name until the end of time. Chief Wasanakak had more than one child. Pocahontas is just his most noted child. Pocahontas and her children would be moved to England because that's where she had her child. They never came home. They buried Pocahontas in England, and they set up a memorial. Native American named Wayne Newton has been fighting to get Pocahontas back, and he's not even Powhatan, but he's one of the more famous natives from his era, and he has been, trying to get Pocahontas' body back to America. He has met resistance between her children and grandchildren and the European government, where through tribal beliefs, Wayne Newton believes that if she could come home, she could have a proper burial, so she won't be spending any more time in fucking limbo. Now, this is where, when you go into questioning beliefs, I kind of deviate from that, because like I said before in a video before, I'll let you know real fucking quick, I do believe in the one God, and then I believe in all the gods under him, which he's just letting fucking turn a blind eye to all the fucking shit that's happening in America and in the world right now. And if y'all don't believe that, that's your belief. We'll put it to you the way it's set up in Marvel. All right. In Marvel Comics, you have God, the one above all, who's the one true creator of everything. And then you have the Norse gods, the Greek gods, the Egyptian gods, which I don't think Marvel really dabbles with too much. And then you have other gods until you get down to where your cosmic beings and humans are. But somehow or another, the cosmic beings are now more powerful than the gods when they should have been on the same level. There's a lot of retconning, so just go with that. The point being made is that I believe in one true God, and that I believe in the other gods under him. The same way that there was Titans with Zeus's daddy Kronos, and then Zeus and the gods killed Kronos and the Titans, and all kinds of other shit. So just go with that. But what I do know for a fucking fact, and I'll say this to your face, griffins are not Native American mythology. Wendigo, Thunderbird, Coyote the Trickster, Bigfoot, Sasquatch, whatever you want to call him, the Deer Woman, those guys, those are native things. Griffins, no. That's some shit that was over there with Perseus and Amun-Ra and all those other motherfuckers in Greek and Egyptian mythology. Not in Native American mythology. I left off Thunderbird. The Thunderbird, Coyote, Sasquatch, the Deer Woman, forgot what the Inuit one was. It had something to do with ice. They are Native American deities and shit. Not griffins or dragons. Dinosaurs have scientifically been proven to be all over the world, so you can't use them. But these poor, ignorant black pretendians have come out with some bullshit about how black people were here before 1492, yet there's no evidence. And then they came out and said that they had griffins, dragons, and dinosaurs in a Stargate in the Grand Canyon, and that the Nile River is the Mississippi and that Egypt is in America. Okay, Egypt has never been in America. Y'all have no proof of that. Stop listening to Dan Calloway and them. And please, above all else, so I can end this video, do not teach your children this bullshit. Please don't uneducate your kids, man. You guys are not qualified for what happens next. So, I'm also going to end it with the simple fact that none of this happened before reparations came up. Reparations came up, so now they're trying to make sure that everybody who's black can't prove that they were part of the slave trade. And so these ignorant ass pretendians aren't up to speed on, hey, dummies. If they give us reparations, they have to pay every black person in America unless you immigrated over here from Africa. But if you were born here and you are a descendant of an African slave, they have to fucking pay you. Now, here's where the downside comes in for me. I'm part black, part white, and part native. It's more than likely that my family won't get reparations. Maybe some of the members will because some of us don't have the same daddy, but we all have the same grandfather because we all have the same grandmother. And so my grandfather on my dad's side was black. My grandfather on my mama's side was a quadroon or octoroon and very white passing. My mom is very white passing. So, they may use that shit against us. It's like, well, your grandfather and your grandfather's father was actually white, so you know, you don't get any reparations because y'all could have had generational wealth. You understand how that works? Y'all could have had generational wealth. So then you have to say, okay, well, what about my grandfather on my father's side? He was black. Like, well, was he black or was he from somewhere else? And now they're going to go try to do the genealogy and see where he was from to see if he was a descendant of slaves and shit. What damn difference? He's black. He was born in America. That makes him more than likely the descendant of a fucking slave before it makes him an immigrant. Alright? But it is what it is. And there's a lot of dumbass black people who don't want other black people to get paid reparations, including themselves, which goes to show just how fucking stupid these people are. So if you're a pretendian, man, you should know that you're just shooting yourself in the foot when reparations come. I can understand me not getting any because I'm mixed and I look very, very much like a fucking Native American versus like a fucking black person. So I can see them looking me in the face and sending me to fuck home. I can see them. I can literally look at them and I'll come up in there. Yeah, I'm James Williams Jr. My grandfather was black. Yeah, sure your grandfather was black. Get your fucking ass back on the res, motherfucker. That'll probably be what they say to me. Or, with my luck, because of the sixth time for being racially profiled as Mexican, they'll probably say, we got one! We're gonna send this fucker back to Mexico right now. He's MS-13. Look at his hands. Look at his hands. He has MS-13 printed on his hands. I don't have a tattoo on my fucking body. Not a fucking tattoo at all. We did discuss that when I was up for it bidding. It's like, yeah, nah, I promised my father I would never get a tattoo. That's the one promise that I have been able to keep to my father outside of I'm going to grow my hair back till I'm 50. Well, now I'm 52. And I've just decided I'm just going to let it grow until I die. So there it is. I'm going to honor my native heritage and I'm going to just let my hair grow. I'm not going to cut it anymore. Period. So what you see is what you get. And yes, I have a 5 head. So I'm going to end this with this. 1. Black people were not here before 1492. Stop believing that bullshit. 2. The people who are pushing this shit to you already have money. And they're only pushing this shit so that you don't get yours. And 3. There is no archaeological, there's no DNA, and there's no solitary proof that we were here before 1492 if we happen to be black. Afro-Indigenous people are a thing. I happen to be triracial, not Afro-Indigenous. And sooner or later, this is either going to blow up in your face because you voted against your own best interest in getting reparations for black people, because you want to be a native so bad. Well, understand something. They're importing black people back to Africa. And these people who are Trump supporters who keep getting on these lives and keep saying, Trump's going to deport you, Trump's going to deport you. He's going to deport your dumbasses too. Because you don't look like Indians to him, and you don't like Indians to Indians. And he doesn't like Indians, and he doesn't like black people. Remember the Central Park 5? They were black people. They were my age. And it happened in 1989. And then in 1993, he went after Native Americans, and you idiots that voted for him, you're all going to reap what you sow. If you're not reaping it right now. Because us who didn't vote for him, we're reaping what you sowed. It just hasn't gotten to you yet. It just hasn't gotten to you yet. And so people like Ice Cube and Dan Calloway and the Roll the Corn fella and the Earth Speaks fella, y'all gonna get y'all's too. It's just gonna be a whole lot worse for you when that fucking other shoe drops than you fucking think. And you know what's gonna happen next? Then you're gonna be crying. We're black! We're black! No, you're indigenous. You're indigenous. Now let's end this on a somber note. What happens when he looks you in the face and say, okay, black people are the originals here. Let's put all those motherfuckers on reservations. We're going to put the natives of today on reservations. And we're going to corral all the black people. It doesn't matter where they are. We're going to put them on reservations too. And if they get off these reservations, they're going to die. I'll be back with a bonus video about that. Because this is something Pretendians don't know. But this is something everyone needs to hear. So I'm going to do that as a separate video. So thank you for watching. You've had 30 minutes with Echo Fan Grey Wolf, so brace yourself because I'm just getting started.